Yes, the information sharing with particular regard to incidents on the road network, or the highways agency road network, which have the biggest impact on the county's roads. It's not prehistoric, but it needs an awful lot of modification, or bringing up to the 21st century, if you will. It's all done on conscious decision making from people in control centres, phone calls, emails, etc. that aren't the fastest method of transferring data, often forgotten about. Particularly at the County Council, we have to do a lot of chasing for the information. It doesn't necessarily come to us automatically, such as making phone calls to the Eastern Regional Control Centre at the Highways Agency, or phoning the police control room, finding out what's actually happening on our own roads. We do have some advantage in that we're building up our own network of information gathering, such as CCTV, congestion monitoring and the like. But yeah, there's still very much a broken piecemeal process towards incidents on any of the road network. The opportunity is of improving our own business effectively. We have our more increasing influence through our control centre, but we need greater information, we need better information, we need quicker information, and then typically the people or the organisations that receive the first line, frontline data or information is police 999 calls or highways agency through their networks. Their conscious thought is not necessary to notify us straight away, because they're mostly focused on the incident, but we deal effectively with the fallout, and if we can get that information quicker, then we can react quicker. Therefore, yeah, the impact, the wider impact on our network should be less. Giving our data out we're still relatively new as what we do as a highway management centre. So the information we give out through variable message signs or social media, or even on our new Voyager webpage, we can only guess what's being put out there. I guess there are those. If we put that data out there in a more raw format to people, let's say, with more time on their hands to delve into that kind of information, might be able to prove that we are of worth, and more specifically, that what we're doing is having a positive impact on the road network. I'll give you an example. 2 days ago there was an incident on the A14, and we didn't find out about it until we noticed congestion was building, and that we were getting emails through from the highways agency, and then we began our process of having to chase the information, as it were. Social media or media outlets pick up stories. They don't necessarily. It's not necessarily about fact. It's about getting the information out first. Well, that's almost as bad as putting out no information, because then you start misleading people. So our whole premise, our being, is getting accurate data out to the public as quickly as possible. And if we can do that, if that can be done automatically, without the other authorities having to think about including us in that kind of sharing, then it can only be a positive all round.